Magandang Lunes sa inyong lahat. Today is February 15, 2021. Ito po si Benji Chidoro. Today I'll be sharing with you the news on Lufthansa Technik, to which MAC owns 49%, and the results of trading the PSE. All of this here only at the Monday edition of the Stock Market Today. Okay, first let's go to the PSE index. The PSE index declined by 31.80 points, or that's 0.45% down. It ended below the 7,000 level at 6,959.21. And it's another red candlestick, 2 successive days. And I see the nearest resistance of the nearest support rather of the PSE dito sa most recent, ano? Lagay natin yung support niya sa most recent dito 66.50, 66.46. Yan yung more recent support of the PSE, and if this continues downwards, expect it to test that support level here. And if take a look at the market summary, 114 companies declined, 85 advanced, while 48 remained unchanged. As for the all-share index, it declined by 15.30 points, or 0.36%. For the sectoral indices, 2 sectors ended in the green. That's the financials and the mining companies, while the holding companies, industrials, properties, and services registered a decline. The decline was led by, properties at 0.80%. So let's now take a look at the most active stocks. Okay, meron po tayong request from Roger Calleja. We have his request was to review Tech, MRC, and Fruit. And also we have requests from Judd Agkawili. He requested MAC, Web, APC, LR, and AXLM. While the most active stocks, we shall be reviewing Converge and TBGI. Maraming po salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik, and thank you for your support of this channel. So let's now go to the review. We will be reviewing MAC I will be sharing with you news on MAC as we review the stock. So let's start with Tech. Tech. Okay, Tech registered a decline. Let's put up our indicators first. Decline for a 4th straight day, but from the looks of our indicators, the orange line represented by the 20-day exponential moving average, the blue line represented by the 50-day exponential, and the black line represented by the 100-day moving average is just piercing through the candlestick. And I would say that the sentiment on the stock is bearish. And since it is piercing, yung structure niya is just moving sideways, but this is more of bearish since the last three candlesticks are under our 2 indicators, the 20-day exponential and the 50-day exponential, which is our short-term and medium-term indicators. Plus, the RSI also is bearish at 41.58. So bearish po yan if it is between 30 and 50. So right now, what I could give to you is the support of Tech. Pwede natin ilagay yung support dito at, let's see. Okay, 630 is our support level. So it may test this support level before it could actually bounce. And Tech Holdings, wala namang negative news dito. It's just market sentiment, no? And right now, it's sideways to bearish movement, but more of a bearish movement. Now, the resistance level that we'll have to take a look if it bounces would be here at 760 or 755. Now, when I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. Now, MRC tayo. Okay, MRC had a bounce here last February 9 and February 10, but it had two successive red candlesticks. So this appears to be moving sideways also because our orange and blue line, which is our 50-day and 20-day exponential moving averages, persists through the candlestick. So sideways movements in MRC based on the technicals, and I would place the support at MO 100. That's 48.22 centavos. Now, abangan natin in the coming days, it may test the support level because our RSI is bearish. 46 siya. 46. So, tingnan lang natin kung magbabounce dito siya sa 48.22 or 48 centavos ang nearest support. And then, let's take a look at fruit. Fruit is an example of a growth stock. Titingnan natin, ganun din siya, moving sideways din siya. It ended with a bullish abandoned baby. Ang bullish abandoned baby to, yung form ng candlestick. And it's a weak candlestick actually. And abangan lang natin susunod because this may be a sign of reversal or just moving sideways. But in general, our indicators would say that this is actually moving sideways. Kasi piercing through the candlestick in both the yellow and the blue line, which is our 50-day and 20-day exponential moving averages. Also, our support, I would also place it at 1.50 peso and 50 centavos, which is our long-term indicator, the 100-day exponential moving average. Okay, so that's for fruit. Let's now take a look at MAC. Meron tayong news sa MAC. Request dito ni Jad, or ni Jude. Okay, MAC appears to be moving sideways also, although it's more of a bearish movement, because it had two red candlesticks in the past 3 days, but it had a weak green candlestick last Friday. So right now, it is at 43. The RSI is at 43. So I would say sideways to bearish yung indication niya. 570 si MAC, closed lower at 5 pesos and 70 centavos. In the meantime, the support level that you might want to consider would be here, 520. 519 to 520 is our nearest support. While the nearest resistance, let me see. Okay. Pwede natin, first resistance level nandito siya. 640. The second resistance that I see would be here. 697 to 7 pesos. So, yan yung mga levels na pwede nating i-consider when we do our trades. So, my assessment for MAC is sideways to bearish yung kanyang movement. In the meantime, ano ba yung news natin kay MAC? Actually, it's not exactly MAC. It's LTP, or Lufthansa Technik Philippines. So, Lufthansa Technik Philippines from the Philippine Star, holds off 40 million hangar expansion until industry picks up. LTP, or Lufthansa Technik Philippines, is holding off the full completion of its $40 million hangar expansion in Pasay City until the aviation industry picks up. Okay, sabi ni Eunice Gan sa Star, we will complete the shell by the middle of the year and fully complete it when the industry picks up. LTP Corporate Communications Manager Eunice Gan told the Star. LTP previously suspended the construction of the hangar expansion to preserve cash in order to maintain its existing workforce. So that's a strategic move for LTP. And let's see. May I share with you the commentary of BDO Nomura on that news item? Ang sabi niya, MAC owns 49% of LTP and traditionally contributes upwards of 85% of the company's bottom line from an annual perspective. The delayed hangar expansion plans and retrenchment of its workforce should help LTP weather the current headwinds faced by the aviation and aviation support industries, but may impede future earnings growth prospects once air travel restrictions and fears clear. We reiterate our neutral pala siya dito. It's neither a buy or nor a sell. We reiterate our neutral recommendation on the stock until recovery becomes more apparent for the tourism sector. So that is the assessment of BDO Nomura, again, pwede kayo maniwala dito, pwede rin hindi. Kasi they're basing it on news items and some fundamentals on the stock. Pero kung titignan mo naman kasi yung target price ni BDO Nomura dito sa Macro Asia, let's see, neutral yung kanyang recommendation, neither buy nor sell, pero ang kanyang target price is 650 or an upside of 8.2%. So again, pwede kayong maniwala dito, pwede rin hindi. Please do your due diligence on the stock. Next, let's take a look at web. Another request from Judd. Okay. Tingnan natin si web. Okay, web is looks like bearish. No, there was a red. All the three indicators are under or over the candlestick, indicating a bearish trend, and that is supported by the RSI of 40.07. Bearish ang trend nitong si web with a support. Ito yung pinakamalapit niyang support. 2.55 to 2.60 yung nearest support ni PhilWeb. Okay, so that's for web. And you'll see sideways to bearish. No? Sideways to bearish yung kanyang movement. And let's see if the stock will bounce on the support level of 255 to 260. Malapit na pala ito. No? Malapit na. So pagka nag-touch dito, net foreign selling pala itong si web. Okay, next, APC. Okay, APC is also moving sideways. I think na-review ko na to before, no? Moving sideways siya, especially the orange line, which is our 20-day exponential moving average, piercing right through the candlestick, and very short yung mga candlesticks niya. Hindi siya that volatile at the moment. So the nearest resistance, lagay natin sa EMA 50, no? 0.43 or 43.25 centavos. The nearest support rather is at 43.25 centavos. Well, the nearest resistance, ito ang pinakamalapit na nakikita ko eh. 47.82 or 47.82 centavos to 48 centavos yung nearest resistance ng APC group. And right now, not much movement on the stock, no? May balita pa tayo dito sa stock. Let's see. Wala siyang balita on the stock. Now, the RSI is, well, borderline to, no? Nasa 51.86, indicating a bullish trend, but this is very, very close to the border. So, bordering between bullish to bearish, no? Sideways nga. Sideways na yung movement itong si APC. Kasi yung ating indicator may be under the candlestick, but it has been, the candlestick is higher than our indicator, our moving average. So I would say bullish to sideways movement ang movement niya. Okay, next, let's take a look at LR. Okay, more or less sideways movement. But yung looking at our indicators kasi, yung yellow or yung orange and the blue line piercing through lang the candlestick, pero yung price niya ngayon is below the indicators, the two indicators, no? Actually the three indicators, kasi yung MA100 1.73, mas mataas siya dun sa MA100, pero lower yung kanyang price kaysa dun sa medium at short term. So in general, it's moving sideways. Its RSI is bearish at 44.83. So in the meantime, ang nearest support, I would say MA100. Nasa support level to, 1.72. The nearest resistance for LR, tingnan natin. Let me see. 1.85, 1.84 yung nearest resistance niya. Very thin lang yung trading range actually nitong si LR, Leisure Resorts. And if as the economy opens, then most probably there will be more activity on the stock, especially its price movement. The RSI is bearish at 44.83. Now, next, then AXLM. Okay, AXLM Resources. It has been in a pullback since last week. No? It had a breakout last February 4 and it has been consolidating since. So consolidation mode pa rin to. And the last support level that it broke, which is now the resistance, is nandito. Yan, 335 is the current support level. Yan yung dating resistance na na-break. Lagay natin dito sa 338. 338 to 340 yung previous resistance level na na-break noong February 4. And right now, it is hovering between 360 and 338. So very thin lang yung support rather. The support is 338 to 340. I keep interchanging this very important terms. No? So, pagka support kasi nasa baba, no? Nasa baba yung level mo. Pagka resistance nasa taas. Now, sometimes I tend to interchange them. So, if you'll draw Darvas here, yan siya. No? So, dyan lang siya naglalaro. 362 yung resistance, 338 to 339 yung kanyang support. Okay, then let's take a look at Converge. Converge, mukhang nag-profit taking to si Converge. Oh. Yeah, nag-profit taking nga. Kasi binawi nila yung sinabi nila. Binawi yung nagkaroon ng clarification of news reports na they're still exploring the partnership. Ano? So tingnan natin yung news item na yun. Okay, sabi niya dito, noong February 15, disclosure sa PSE. This refers to the news report Must SpaceX UIS Convergence ICT in talks with PH Broadband Satellite Venture by the Philippine Daily Inquirer and Superfiber Friends. SpaceX, Elon Musk ties up with Converge. Dennis Uy. Broadband deal by Billionario published over the weekend. So, dinilay niya yung partnership na ito. No? Kasi kung totoo nga ito, then it would prep up the stock. Pero mukhang wala pang breakthrough kasi meron siyang statement dito na however, it is still premature to talk about a possible partnership between Converge and SpaceX at this stage as suggested in the above mentioned news article. Okay? Maaaring in talk sila pero there is no breakthrough yet. So let's see now. Converge is still bullish although laki ng drop niya today. No? Actually, it's not a big drop but the candlestick is a solid red candlestick which reached a high of 21.20. No? So from an opening price of 20, bumagsak siya sa 18.52. But it is still positive here because it is higher than the previous closing last Friday of, let's see, previous closing is 17.74. Kaya siya green dito. Pero ang comparison dito naman sa candlestick is the opening price and the closing price. Kaya red. Okay, so now you have a red candlestick which is possibly a sign of reversal. So we'll have to take a look at the coming days on kailangan kasi may confirmation candlestick to And if you see more red candlesticks in the coming days, then it is possible that the trend on the stock have changed. Okay, in the meantime, I would place our support level at EMA 20. That is 16.87, which will be our support. Okay, then TBGI, another active stock. Okay, TBGI, naku, this is a breakout. Meron bang, breakout siya, no? Meron siyang volume at meron siyang green, solid green candlestick, which pierced through the previous support. Previous resistance rather. This is the previous resistance. Yan. 54.84 centavos ang previous resistance yan. Na-pierce niya yan. So it still looks like an upward trend and this remains to be seen. No? Let's see if we have a news item on this. No? Kaya pala siya tumaas. Na-approve yung kanyang franchise sa Congress. Yan, no? Approval by the House of Representatives of the Philippines. Application for extension for another 25 years. Ito, pinagbibigyan nila, ABS-CBN nila mapagbigyan. Ito naman, no? Ang nagagawa ng politika, no? Okay, so, this is a breakout and what happens kasi during a breakout is that These may continue upwards or may consolidate. So maaring another green candlestick yan tomorrow or maaring mag-consolidate dito bago siya tumaas. Here. Parang dito, nag-consolidate muna pero hindi siya tumuloy, nag-breakdown siya dito eh. No? So it's either it goes up, that usually it goes up. Pero pwede rin mag-breakdown. Look what happened here. No? Nag-breakdown siya dito. Tapos nag-recover siya ulit pataas. So that's for TBGI. Yan po ang ating stock market report today, Monday, the 15th of February 2021. Ito po si Benji Chidoro reminding you, by the way, sa Saturday na po yung ating talk on the talk on the Philippine stock market, basics on batch 76, no? my high school batch, who are interested. And nag-usap lang kami ni Rose kanina just to coordinate on where we are or where I am and what roles we are supposed to do. Kaya po, abangan niyo po yan, batch 76, classmates. Magkita-kita po tayo this Saturday. The time is 11 o'clock. Kumain po muna kayo. Dahil kung I'll be speaking for about an hour, and then yung question and answer, kung wala namang question and answer, siguro an hour and a half. Kaya na yan, ano? Pero kung maraming questions, then baka mag-extend po tayo. Kaya po, magkita-kita po tayo this Saturday, 11 o'clock. And Rose will be emailing to you or sending to you the link para makapag-fellowship tayo at makapag-usap-usap tayo. Yan po ang ating stock market for today, Monday, the 15th of February 2021. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala yung ating batch 76. Tuloy po yung ating talk on the Philippine stock market and introduction. Nag-usap po kami ni Rose kanina and just to coordinate and feel on where we are, our roles, yung platform na gagamitin. Huwag niyo po kakalimutan, I'll be there or will be meeting you this Saturday at 11 o'clock. So baybayan niyo po yung announcement. And ina-announce ko na rin po dito na tuloy na tuloy po tayo dito. And make sure that you have your questions ready about the stock market. Anybody, kung mga anak ninyo ay interesado rin, pwede rin silang sumama. Libre po ito. Okay? I'll be talking for about an hour and the Q&A would take about 30 minutes. Depende po sa questions ninyo. Make sure that you have your lunch or heavy breakfast dahil baka mag-extend po tayo ng konti. Okay? An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. See you again in our next episode at maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik. Bye for now.